It's Gustav LaRue from Zion Company, just to explain Spirit School in a greater measure. Enjoy. G'day guys, I hope you're well and on fire for the Messiah. It's Gustav LaRue here from Zion Company. Recently changed the ministry name from God Ministries, which used to be Gathering of the Dangerous. And I still love that. I just felt in my heart that we are a company of people that is being taught, trained, and equipped directly from out of the heavens. So I wanted to change it, and I really enjoy the idea of Zion Company as a company of people out of Isaiah 2 that enter in, that goes into the dimensions of Yahweh and begin to grow and mature from out of that place. What I want to do on this video, I didn't want to do it live because I didn't want to answer questions and say hello to people, although I love doing that, so don't misunderstand me. I absolutely love you guys. I think that God's people are incredible. I think that you are incredible. You're a powerful, beautiful, incredible being, full of the glory and the fire and the power of Yahweh. What I want to do in this video is I want to see if I can extend an understanding regarding Spirit School. When I came to America 5 years ago, I didn't have any revelation. I hardly walked in anything. I had one message that changed my life, and that was a message from Ian Clayton, who is one of my mentors. We I honor and love and respect. And it was Dividing Soul and Spirit. And I engaged with this message over and over again for several months. I didn't understand it. I couldn't get it. Eventually, one day, in America, actually, I was traveling from South Africa to America. We were on our way to South Carolina, and I could feel a pulling happening on the inside of me while just praying in tongues and worshiping on our way there. And all of a sudden, I felt that break. Now, I know it's not the same for everybody, but once my soul and my spirit divided, there was just an enhancement of revelation. It was an outpouring of the intensity of who Yahweh is in my life. And when I came to America, within months of being here, revelation just started opening up. Yahweh just started pouring into me. And of course, I've been listening to Ian Clayton and Justin Abraham, and these men are incredible. And these are only two men that I'm talking about. I include Aaron Smith. I include Grant Mahoney and his wife Samantha. There's just so many. I don't even want to name all of them because I really can't remember all of the names. But these are the people that really impacted my life regarding these revelations. And out of engaging with what they teach, Yahweh has opened up a doorway of revelation for me myself, where I now engage at a level that is really literally just blowing me away, seeing who Yahweh is. So as Yahweh started showing me my destiny scroll, what really happened is he showed me my spirit being, and my spirit being expanded into a city. From where it was hosted, from where it was standing. And then all of a sudden it started multiplying into every city within that state. Then it multiplied into another state and started doing the same thing, multiplied into every city, going into another state, multiplied into each city. And that's exactly when I realized that's what Yahweh has given me. That's what's written on my scroll for right now. And things immediately started happening. Doors started opening. And the idea behind it is so that I open up a school in an area and I begin to teach the very basics of the kingdom of heaven, of Spirit School, growing your spirit, maturing who you are, getting you where Yahweh wants you to be from out of the kingdom of heaven, living out of his faces, and presenting yourself as a son of Yahweh from the kingdom of heaven into creation. You know, we touch on so many subjects. I have been in New Orleans for 5 years. New subjects every single year. I go back sometimes to catch up, but each and every school starts over again. At the moment, we have about 6 schools, and I really know that Yahweh wants to expand this. You know, there's so much more out there. There's so much out there for us to engage, and I so desperately want everybody to get this. I so desperately want the church to run in it. So what I want to do in this video is I want to send an invitation out to you as a minister, as a pastor, a prophet, an evangelist, whoever has a group of people that you mentor, that you love, that you're looking after, that you're training and equipping. I would love to start a spirit school in your area. I would love to start a spirit school where you are. I have a couple of days open in my week. It might be every other week. It might be once a month. It could be once every 2 months. But what I really want to do is get this out there, get these teachings out there as much as I can. And I always say this, and I know this is something we have to remind us of. This is not a teaching per se, as, okay, I'm taking these notes and I'm giving it to you, and you can take these notes, you can go study it, and you'll have a knowledge. This is engaging. It took me 9 years to get some of the revelations I have now. Things that I heard Ian or Grant or even Aaron preach on 4 years ago and just couldn't get it, couldn't have any revelation of it, didn't understand it. And I just sat in that mystery as long as I could, just bearing the light that I am into it, so that revelation can come out of what I'm overshadowing. And over the years, that has just expanded, and revelation has come, and it is desperately needed in the body of Christ. So I so desperately want people to understand that it's not about ministry, it's not about me putting my face out there, it's not about me trying to preach every night, just wanting to be on Facebook, wanting to be seen, putting my videos on YouTube because, I want to have a good channel, I want to make some money. It's not about that in any way, fashion, or form. Is the money nice? Yes. Is there lots of money? No, there isn't. Not in any way, fashion, or form. Our average group is between 5 and 15 people. It's small groups. Does people give tithes and offerings to this ministry? No, they don't. It's the scraps off the table. It's small portions. They're trading into revelation. Am I becoming a millionaire off of this? Absolutely not. Would I like to? Yes, of course. But that's not my goal. My goal is to teach and equip you, to get you to that place in your walk with Yahweh that you are full of His Spirit and you're beginning to walk out of His faces into creation like Moses did. It's just a desire of my heart to open you up. So what I'm urging these leaders, these men, if you have any type of group that you want to grow, that you want to mature, please inbox me on Facebook, message me on YouTube. We do all kinds of subjects, and I so desperately want the church to understand it. I do understanding body, soul, and spirit, where I literally talk about the glorified spirit, glorified body, glorified soul, and the steps needed. Now, I say steps, it's not steps. It's all about intimacy with Yahweh. It's all about worshiping, magnifying, glorifying Him. But that's one of the teachings we do. 3 strands of DNA of the born from above being, which is a dimension that the earth or the church doesn't understand. We are spirit, soul, and body. We are a spirit being that has a soul and a body that lives inside of us. There's just so much revelation regarding body, soul, spirit that we really hardly understand or actually walk in. And I think Yahweh just wants to kind of wake that up, make it up. We talk about 3 dimensions of the word. We talk about the 3 different kingdoms that you need to have revelation of. There's many kingdoms. We can't even begin to have revelation of all of them because our God's an infinite God, and there's so much more to Him than what we ever actually perceive or understand. And we do the 3 dimensions of the sun. We do 9 skins of Yahweh, which is incredible because the 9 skins are also how you judge every encounter you have. Holy Spirit is righteousness, joy, peace. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And of course, Father is justice, judgment, and holiness. And everything you do, everything you engage in the heavens, whenever you travel into the spirit realm, whatever you engage with, you want to judge through those 9 skins. And of course, you remind yourself that you live and move and have your being in Him. Satan needs to go through those 9 skins to get to you, and that's basically impossible. So if we live in Him, like Paul says many times, get out of the flesh, get in the spirit. That's kind of what he's saying. Have that revelation, step into that place where Yahweh is literally telling you who you are and how He wants to engage you. We do heavenly courts, we do the mobile courts. Now, I have extensive revelation on these things, but in the same breath, I say extensive. Compared to when I started to now, wow, it's incredible. But there's just so much more. There's a lot of false teachings out there. I say false, people don't intentionally try and be false. They don't go out purposefully to hurt and harm people by telling them a bunch of lies. But if you don't go in and you don't see it and perceive it, you're going to talk of things that is not 100% accurate. That's not 100% according to who Yahweh is. We also remind ourselves that almost everything we do in life has a measure of ignorance in it. We don't do everything in full fluency according to Yahweh's purpose and plan, because some of us is in there. Some of our fallen nature is in what we do. So we understand there's always some kind of a flaw even in our revelation. But Yahweh's not afraid of that, and neither should the church be afraid of it. I'm saying, I'm full of flaws. No, I'm not. I believe my revelations, what Yahweh's taught me, even through His saints, are spot on. It's biblical. It is aligned with the Word. Might not be aligned with your perception of the Word. It might not be aligned with what you understand the Word to be. That doesn't make it wrong. That just makes you ignorant. Oh, Gustav, how dare you tell me I'm ignorant? I've been in ministry for 20 years. I've been a church leader for 50 years. I've been a Christian since I can remember. Because Yahweh, because Yahweh's pouring new revelation into heart, that's open. What we used to walk in was great and powerful, but there's gateways and doorways. So you understand this. Revelation is progressive. It moves forward. It doesn't stop. It constantly moves into a higher, deeper, wider place. Yahweh is saying, can you please allow my son to teach you to go to a deeper place? Now, is it just me that teaches this stuff? Absolutely not. I think there's thousands and thousands of people out there that's teaching it. Yahweh called me from South Africa, my motherland, to come to a nation that, first of all, doesn't want me here. Second of all, it's not accepted in the way that I would like it. I'm in the Bible Belt, in the center of religion. It is smothering me. But Yahweh is giving me the mandate to go and teach this, to open up gateways, to open up doorways, to begin to have the church walk in these revelations so it can change us and shift us into alignment. We do conferences. I try and do 4 conferences a year, and I want to invite you guys, but in the same breath, I want new schools to open. If you don't even have to be a leader of a church. You can have a group of people in your house. You can think of 10 people in your church that will be interested in learning this stuff. Contact me. Let's go through it. Let's begin to open this up to you. We started a very basic teachings of intimacy, and we walk into all what the Father has. It goes really deep, and I know that Yahweh wants to get us to that place of deep, deep, deep things. It carries on. We do, we said the mobile court. We do changing your DNA in communion, trading floors, the baptisms. We do the 7 spirits of Yahweh, which is, by the way, incredible. For your information, we have about 800 teachings on YouTube. It's Christophe Leroux's Spirit School. You can go search for it and find that there's an extreme amount of teaching. I'd say it's about 800 hours of teaching on YouTube for you to listen to engage. I urge you to trade financially into it. I'm not asking you for your money, but I'm telling you that if you want the revelation, it's a very, very good idea, according to the principles of sowing and reaping, for you to trade financially into the revelation that you want. It does open up the gateways. It does change. I have traded into my mentors, and I've seen how it grows and how it changes who I am because I've given into it. Now, like I said, no one's asking anybody for money. This stuff is free. But it's free to those who don't understand. Those who do understand will trade into it. I would urge you to always trade financially into a revelation you don't have or a revelation that you want to walk into. We touch on how to grow your spirit, why worship, the Caleb mantle, the place of encounter, crowns. We talk about the army of Joel, engaging the prophetic realm, moving and ruling your mountain, doorways of the spirit, doorways of the soul, doorways of the body, demonic trading, and there's many more. I mean, I have been touching on so many different. We've got the 12 gates of Zion. We've got the 12 gates of Jerusalem. We have the 12 gates of the 12 tribes and how they're connected to each gate in Jerusalem, and how these gates connect to your spiritual walk and how that means to open up just the citizenship of your call from out of the 4 faces of Yahweh. There are 22 Hebrew letters, teaching each one of them in detail. Matter of fact, if you go on YouTube right now, you'll find that I've taught on each letter for at least an hour at a time. So, you look at books on these letters, usually it's maybe 5 or 6 paragraphs per letter, and I have gone and I teach a whole hour on one letter. Now, I'm not blowing my own horn. I'm saying that Yahweh has opened up some revelation as we go deeper and deeper into what He's made available. So with this video, what I want to do is I want to urge you to get intimate with Yahweh. Get a desire in your heart to walk in the deep things that He's opened up for us. He loves you. He so desperately wants you to go deeper than just reading His Word. He wants you to go deeper than just praying, thank you for my needs and forgive my sins. He wants to take you deeper than just going to church on a Sunday, going to church on a Wednesday. He wants to take you deeper. He wants you to begin to love on Him in a manner and a fashion that you can't perceive the natural. See, I've done many of my walks with Yahweh. We've raised the dead. I've raised the dead 3 times. I say you know what I mean. It's in the Spirit and through the Word of Yahweh. We've raised the dead 3 times. If I include the cat, it's 4 times. We have seen phenomenal, powerful, beautiful miracles. It was never my focus because I've always been really hungry for revelation. But then all of this stuff happened on the side of the veil. Once I stepped in beyond the veil and the gateways of the revelations and the fullness of Yahweh's mysteries and secrets opened up, everything changed. So I started walking with the 7 spirits, and it's a spiral walk upwards as you walk with them. Each one of these spirits teaches you a phenomenal revelation, shifts you. Even the same thing with the letters. Each time I engage with one of the letters, they explode on the inside of me. And it all happens inside of Yahweh, that deep, deep, deep place in loving, worshiping, magnifying Him. When He says, my son, my daughter, I've called you to go to a deeper place. I want you to be a son. I want you to be a king. I want you to be a priest. I want you to be a legislator. I want you to speak as my mouthpiece through being an oracle. I love prophecy. I love the gifts. I love what Yahweh's opened up. But there's a higher, deeper, wider place within His kingdom. And we get to go to heaven daily to experience that. And that's what I'm teaching the body of Christ. That's what I want you to know. That's what I want you to walk in. And that's why I urge you, if you have a group, if you have people that you want to take to a deeper place, please inbox me, contact me. I would love to start a school as soon as possible in your area. Love you, bless you, and thanks for listening to this video.